Let's go get him. It's your boy Snake Eye. Bomb First TV checking in. Salute to the military for dropping a bomb on the like button before we even get lit. Let's get right into it. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And you can play with a lot of things, but don't play with that like button when you listen to Bomb First TV. Nikolas Cruz, Parkland shooter suspect, repeatedly punched jail guard before stealing stun gun. Cruz, if y'all don't know, is the Parkland shooter, is awaiting a trial on charges of killing 17 students and teachers at the Marjorie Stone Douglas High School back here in February. One of the worst school shootings ever. Let's get right into it. Nikolas Cruz, the man accused of killing the 17 people at Stoneman Douglas High School in February, is facing allegations of repeatedly punching a jail guard before taking his stun gun in a fight. The alleged mass killer is awaiting charges related to the mass shooting in Parkland, Florida earlier this year, where 14 students and 3 administrators were killed when police say he opened fire with an AR-15. A police report on the most recent incident indicates that Cruz has been told not to drag his sandals on the ground while walking around in the day room area. Cruz became agitated by the order, flipped off the officer, and struck him in the face. He then struck him on the top of his head with his fist and grabbed the stun gun, which is known as a conductive electronic weapon. During a scuffle between the two, the weapon discharged. Cruz was repeatedly hit the officer until the officer was able to gain control of the weapon and strike the inmate in the face. According to the report, the alleged killer then retreated to his seat. I bet he did. I got the video. He up in court going over these charges, and he's still facing them 17 murders from the Parkland shoot. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this fool, man. It's Bomb First TV. Snake Guy. Yes, sir. Hit that like button.
I'm going to take a case at a turn. Nikolas Jacob Cruz.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, counsel. Announce your appearance for the record.
Sorry.
Maria Schneider on behalf of the state of Florida.
Good afternoon.
And Joseph Burke on behalf of Mr. Nikolas Cruz.
Good afternoon.
Diane Cuddy on behalf of Mr. Cruz.
Good afternoon as well. All right, Mr. Cruz, you're here today on some ad charges. Count 35 is aggravated assault on an officer, firefighter, EMT. You have count 36, battery on an officer, firefighter, EMT, etc., and count 37, use electric or chemical weapon against a law enforcement officer. We need to talk about bond. Any objection to probable cause? Hearing no objection, the court does find probable cause. What say you, State?
Your Honor, we are asking the court, pursuant to Rule 3.132, the pretrial detention rule, to grant us 3 days within which to file a motion for pretrial detention on the aggravated assault count that qualifies for pretrial detention. We would ask for you to set a $100,000 bond on each of the other 2 counts that do not qualify for pretrial detention. We need the additional 3 days, Your Honor, because we need to file that motion based on sworn testimony, and I do not have sworn testimony in my possession at this time.
Okay, are you talking about count 35?
Correct.
Defense?
Judge, what count are they referring to? Count 35?
35, it's a second-degree felony. The other ones are F3s.
I see, Judge. I mean, at this time, we're not going to raise any probable cause arguments. We do object to the state's request for additional time, Judge.
All right. All right. Is there any reason you can't do it in 48?
I can certainly try, Your Honor. The rule says up to 3 days, so that's why I was asking that, but if you want to do 48, that's fine.
Okay, 48 hours.
Okay.
That's on count 35.
Correct. Now, that has nothing to do with the probable cause finding. The court is finding probable cause on that count, correct?
I found probable cause on 35, 36, 37.
Perfect. So we will be filing our motion for pretrial detention within 48 hours on count 35. Thank you.
Okay, what about 36 and 37?
36 and 37, Your Honor, we agree that he's entitled to a bond. We would ask for a $100,000 bond under the circumstances of this case and Mr. Cruz's surrounding circumstances, including the additional charges.
Judge, at this time, we don't have any arguments or representations to make as to the amount of bond.
Okay, so you have no objection to the $100,000 bond on each count?
We're taking no position on the amount at this time, Judge.
All right. All right, so without objection, court will set bond on count 36 at $100,000, count 37 $100,000, and count 35 you
file our motion for pretrial detention.
1:30 or
I'm sorry?
1:30 or 1 o'clock on, is it Friday or Saturday?
Friday's fine.
Friday at 1:30.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, we'll reconvene you then.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you.
Judge, we do have a request.
Sure.
Judge, at this time, we'd like authorization to take photographs of Mr. Cruz and his injuries while he's in custody.
Sure, get me a photo order. Mr. Barbaric has the stamp over there.
I've prepared it already, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
May I approach with the order?
Absolutely.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Your Honor, we would also ask to be provisionally appointed to Mr. Cruz.
Granted.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Granted.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Did you not hear me?
And I did not hear you, Judge. And I would also invoke his rights under the 5th, 6th, and 14th Amendments at this point.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.